Hey plant fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline. This is part of my jungle. If you're not new here, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. So, today I have for you my July favorites. So, my top 5 favorite plants for the month of July. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this is kind of starting to get hard because I love all my plants. And I try not to pick like just all new ones because you guys would have seen those already. So I tried to really pick plants that are relatively new, but maybe that I don't show that often or I haven't shown you. None of these are really particularly like rare, I don't think. They're definitely uncommon. But I wanted to spotlight these just more because I love them. And I don't really have like favorites right now, but these are definitely those plants that have been making me stop and look and take notice of their foliage. And as I'm looking at them on the table in front of me here, I'm very pleased with what I chose and I'm very excited to show you. So the first one on my list is a recent purchase from Costa Farms, Trending Tropicals, and I honestly never was into this plant before, and then something kind of happened, I don't know, and then I seen like variegated ones, and I just really like it. Also, it's Sunday right now. You're not going to see this until later, but it's Sunday. My neighbors are like watching a movie or something on the other side of the wall, so if you hear noise randomly for any reason, you probably shouldn't, but that is what it is. So anywho, first plant on my list is this absolutely gorgeous variegated peace lily from Costa Farms, Trending Tropicals. I got this one in like Lowe's. I think it was Lowe's for $19.98. And you can tell which way it's facing, right? I kind of have it shoved in the shelf facing out this way, so it is growing just like a little bit wonky, but that's fine. I absolutely love these leaves. I love how wide they are. I usually see, I think this is the Domino peace lily, if I'm not mistaken. They call it Jet Diamond. I don't know if it is just like a slightly different variety or if they've just grown them out to be much bigger, because these leaves down here are skinnier off of these like little babies. It's got a bunch of little babies in the bottom of the plant. And I just really think that this variegation is beautiful. I love the texture of the leaves, and it's put out, I think this one, and it's working on another one. So I just like how consistent the variegation is. It's very like marbly. Some people call this like bird poo variegation, like on the Tycon, but I love it. So you do get a mix of like sectoral and more like just flecked marbly variegation, and I think it's really, really pretty. I'm sure if you gave it brighter light, you'll get even more and more of that gorgeous variegation. So the first plant on my list today is this absolutely stunning variegated peace lily, which is surprising because, again, never really was into peace lilies. Their blooms are just really boring to me. Most aroid blooms are really boring, but absolutely love the foliage on this one. So number 2 on my list is another newer plant that I picked up from Costa Farms, and I did repot it with you guys and put it into this cute container, and it is this Aglaonema that I can't remember the name of. It came in one of those like Wick and Grow containers from Costa Farms for $15.98, I think it is. They did tell me the name of this plant, and I will go searching through and look for it, and I'll try and remember to put it on the screen for you guys. Because I can't remember it off the top of my head, but they did tell me the name of it. I just can't remember, and I didn't write it down anywhere. But I really, really love the variegation on these leaves. I love the colors. I love how you have this like more neon, like chartreuse green color going down the midrib, and then you've got this kind of like variation of silver but with like some green splash in there, and it just creates for a really unique leaf. Each leaf is a little bit different. You even have some that give these chunks of like creamy variegation. There's another one back here that kind of has some, and this one came out really cool because part of the leaf just kind of stayed a little bit more chartreuse in color, and I just think this plant is so stunning. I know not everybody is an Aglaonema person. I know some people struggle with Aglaonema, but for me, these are so easy. I keep them in just like a regular chunky mix. I did repot this one with you guys, so if you're curious to see what I potted it in and what I pot most of my plants in, I can leave that linked up here for you to go and check out. But yeah, absolutely love this. Let me know if you have snagged either of these plants recently as well from Costa Farms, because I am not mad at it. This one lives in my bedroom. You'll see it in like all of my reels and like all of my shorts. So love this pot too. This is one of David's favorite pots. So Aglaonema something or other is number 2 on my list. Number 3 is exciting because, again, it is a newer plant, but it's not like super duper new. And it was one of the first plants that I got from Equigenera. This is from their Florida location, and it was a philodendron that I had never heard of until I saw it in their live auction, and I very quickly hopped out and Googled what it looks like. Ooh, my chair made a fart noise. Again, I feel like that just happened in a different video that I filmed. But anyway, not editing it out, so you're welcome if you can even hear it. This chair is like leathery, and anyway, I feel like over explaining it makes it sound worse. Anyway, Philodendron Esmeralda. I Googled what it looked like in mature form, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's definitely one that I'm willing to make some space for. So this is the Philodendron Esmeralda. This is one of the older leaves, the oldest leaf actually. And it's been doing well in my care. That was like the newest leaf out, but it is working on this new one, and I love the color of it. First of all, it's got this like red maroon tint to it, so I cannot wait to see what this leaf is going to look like, because this one has like a bit of a like maroonish tint to the back of the leaves. The older ones don't, so I think it's just like a more like juvenile thing that fades out as the leaf matures. But this one has been doing really well in my greenhouse, and I'm very excited to watch it grow. We do need to repot it because it's just in here. How much did I pay for this one? $55 for the Philodendron Esmeralda. I just call her Esmeralda, obviously. But yeah, this was from one of the Equigenera live auctions, and I definitely don't regret it. I think that it has a really nice growth pattern. I'm definitely going to need to get a pole for it, but I think it's really, really pretty, and I can't wait to watch it mature. I definitely need to get it climbing up something so that the leaves can get really big. It also looks like it's working on some extra growth points. This little green nubby here, and there's another little green nubby happening over here. Oh, and another one down in here too, if you could see it. So very, very interesting. Hopefully that means eventually maybe I'll be able to take off these 2 bottom leaves and just kind of chop this down into nodes and have some extra little baby plants to share with you guys. I've been really enjoying kind of like restarting a lot of my plants, and I still have a ton to do. A ton. So maybe we'll repot this together in our next plant tour video. So with that said, number 4 on my list is this little cutie. And this one I picked up from Jax's Jungle a while back, and I repotted it with you guys, put it up on a pole. It has been growing and doing well, not as quickly as I would like it to, but I keep watering it and fertilizing it. But every time I walk up in the greenhouse, I definitely take notice of it. I'm always checking on it to see how it's doing, but I take notice of just how gorgeous these leaves are. And it is my Epipremnum Panatum marble. Look at those leaves. So very, very cute. Ever since I put it up on the pole, it's definitely been like trying to grow up it. I think it just needs some time because it was cut from the top and it hasn't pushed out any like new growth yet. So I don't really know. I think this leaf might be newer. I genuinely don't remember, but all I know is that I look at this thing all the time and I just think how beautiful it is and how easygoing it has been for me, and how I cannot wait for it to be a huge plant, hopefully growing massive up a pole with some gorgeous fenestrations. I mean, you guys know how much I love my Marble Queen, which is the Epipremnum aureum marble. This is the Epipremnum Panatum, which is like more like a cebu blue, so the leaves are longer and they get fenestrated a little bit more easily. So this is basically like the Marble Queen in Panatum form, if that makes sense. So I love it. I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to just have a huge plant one day. Hopefully this is definitely like a personal project, and I'm glad that I got it started up a pole young, and hopefully it'll actually attach itself and give me some nice, beautiful, big fenestrated leaves. So Epipremnum Panatum marble is what, number 4? Yeah, number 4 on my list today. So pretty. Okay, so the last one on my list is another recent purchase, but I did not show you guys in like long form video format getting this plant. I only showed it to you in a short, so if you don't see those, you wouldn't have seen it. I haven't shown it otherwise. And every day that I walk by it, I cannot help but think, wow, those leaves are so pretty. And I'm so glad that I finally found one, because I did really want one for quite some time. I was just waiting because I knew people were finding them at like grocery stores and stuff like that last year. So I was just being patient and I was waiting for one to pop up. I actually almost bought a cutting online and I didn't, and literally found this not even a few days later. And it is the Syngonium macrophyllum frosted heart, or ice frost sometimes it's called as well, but all of those names are correct. It is different than other Syngoniums. Usually the ones we see, the arrowhead Syngonium, are Syngonium podophyllum. This is Syngonium macrophyllum, so you have more of the heart-shaped leaf like the chia pens, which it is also related to, because this is just like a variegated version of the chia pens. Essentially, they are both Syngonium macrophyllum. So I did manage to pick this one up at a local nursery when I was visiting with my mom in New York for $12.99. It definitely needs a pole. I just don't have any right now. And a repot. I just come through it in here for now. But look at these leaves. I just think they're so pretty. And I don't have a chia pens. I don't have a variegated chia pens. I want them, but I figured I would start with this one, since this one was only $12.99 and it's way more affordable than a variegated chia pens, which hopefully will come down in price. But I don't do well with Syngonium podophyllum, unfortunately. I do have a few, but I just don't really buy them much unless I really, really like it a lot, like my tricolor. But even still, if I forget to keep her moist, she is such a pain in the butt, and then she grows ugly. So it's not like my favorite plant, but I've been wanting to try the macrophyllum to see the differences in the way they grow and how you care for them. I feel like they're less straggly because the leaves are like bigger. It does have more of a philodendron vibe to me than the Syngonium podophyllum, so that's probably why I like it. That's probably why a lot of people like it, because it looks, I mean, this is kind of the closest, cheapest thing you're gonna get to looking like a Monstera mint without having to spend a bunch of money on a Monstera mint, which also hopefully is coming down in price soon so I can get one. But I just think this thing is so gorgeous. So again, Syngonium, macrophyllum, frosted heart, or ice frost, both are common names that people recognize, so either one is totally fine, is number 5 on my list today. And that is it for my favorite plants in the month of July. They're just really pretty. So I'd be curious to know which one of these was your favorite today. Which ones do you have? Which ones have you been looking for? Did you see anything new today that you hadn't seen before that maybe you added to your wish list? I always enjoy it when you guys share those things with me. So definitely don't be shy. Don't be afraid to say hi in the comments. It makes me happy. I have a hard time keeping up with them and replying to them, but I promise you that I do read them all. I just don't always get to replying to them all, but I try. I try so hard, especially if I see that it's somebody new. And if you tell me that you're new, then I definitely try to make it a priority to respond to those. So definitely leave me some love in the comments below. Leave me some, I don't know, heart-shaped emojis, typical for my Syngonium frosted heart. Just leave me all the hearts, like an obnoxious amount of heart emojis in the comments if you watched this whole entire video. And if you liked it, you should give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me, like when I go live, which I'm doing later today, but you're gonna see that already, like way before you see this. So yeah, there's a join button if you want to be part of the official plant fam and get yourself some extra perks and just help support my channel and what I do here. If not, there's a super thanks button if you want to super thanks me. Everything is appreciated. You guys know that I can't do this without you, and I love you so very much. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are out there in the world. Don't forget to spread kindness, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.